into them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they can't hear you anyway.
Somebody tell JC. He'll tell them.
That's weird. That's very strange. I'm very upsetting too. I don't like that. And because there's nothing on my channel telling me you got to strike this or that. No, nothing. So very confused. But all right, Nick, thank you. He set his channel up, so we're good to go. Yeah, I'm beside myself. Hey, Benjamin, good to see you, man. I tried to. Okay, here we go. Hold on.
My chat wants to know where's Nick's robe.
No, okay, it's still not working.
Oh,
he's got official robes. He's got to bless them before he takes them out.
I actually, fortunately, my ex-wife threw the three of them had out. Yeah, when I left the house, I didn't grab those. I figured like, I'll pick that up and get that, my second run, and that and a few other of my occult shit just got tossed the fuck out before I could get it back.
So you went back by and somebody else had already got it.
She was pissed off.
Oh, okay.
He tells your husband just comes out of nowhere and is like, "Yeah, we're getting a divorce." I mean, yeah.
I never thought of that. I was looking for fishing gear. Old divorcee fishing gear is pretty cheap, so maybe I'll get some robes next.
Dude, I got. I thought you were talking about fishing. I got some pretty cool stuff for Christmas. Some nice like fishing.
I thought that was going to be related to the robes. Got a new robe, guys.
I did too. Yeah, this is a new one right here. Everybody, just so you know, nice. New robe, new year. So we put the gray robe back on the door, as well as the green one. I don't know. That's funny though. I never really realized that is kind of a theme we have for this show. Is like our robes. We should do a sticker.
We should fundraise for new robes. We should fundraise for robes then, right?
Yeah, dude, we should do robes.
Yeah, Gods in the Morning with robes.
Guys, this next year on the third year of Grey Pilled, I'm gonna get some land in Mississippi. We're gonna have I'm gonna have some bands play. Amon Rat's gonna play.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you get some land out there. Let me know about that.
Dude. We'll
in on that with you actually.
Grey Pilled Festival. I'm gonna do it.
I want to get land and throw an Amazon house on it and actually make like a place for the Occult Rejects.
See if I can get somebody to fund it. Well, I mean, y'all would be invited. Obviously, Nick, the Occult Rejects would be expected to be there. So
we'll sponsor it.
There you go. Yeah. Everybody be like, he's sponsored by the OTO now.
Oh God, yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He's their puppet.
Yeah.
Let them think that. Like I told everyone, especially on Spotify, throw it whatever you want at me. See what sticks. Anyway,
have you ever been called a Mormon before?
No, never a Mormon.
That seems to be like Mormon. Like that seems to be such a big thing. People like throw around now about other podcasters.
Jesuit, Hermeticist.
Is this the new one?
Mormon thing has been growing in size the past little while. I don't know, but it could just be because I'm biased because I have such a close Mormon friend. Like starting to see Mormons everywhere. It's like you get pointed out at PT Cruiser. You haven't seen one in 20 plus years, and suddenly they're everywhere.
Well, to what Benjamin's saying right here, you got to submit some sick ass beats to Jules for the Enchanted Wiggers. Yes, so Subliminal. I figured you're doing this story. I'm going to make an EP for the Enchanted Wiggers, and the first artist or first track is going to be by Young Merlin and Lil Pendragon. It's going to be called "Bury Me into Oak Tree," and that's number one. So I don't know what number 2 or 3 is yet, but we're going to do a rap EP along with Enchanted Wiggers, and that's produced by DJ Druid or DJ Draught. It's all going to be thematic for the story. So
sorry, I'm muted.
I'm cool with you. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah. Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, that sounds good.
Jules, I'm scheduling Ronnie Pontiac on the show. You actually worked for Manly P. Hall. I'm gonna try to get him on like a time that you can come on. Since you've read so much of Manly P. Hall's stuff, I figured talk to somebody who actually worked for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy I think was his editor, actually. Some shit. He just gave him all the shit and was like, look over this and edit it, I think.
Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, I'd love to talk to that guy.
Yeah, he's full of shit. He looks like Howard Stern, but he's nice as fuck.
All right, guys, we're going to pull the wheel up. So, Subliminal, you weren't here.
The Wheel of Death.
You had to remake the wheel.
Thank you for giving me that little
Yeah,
break.
Joe's got to reinvent the wheel.
You had to reinvent the wheel. There we
Reinvent
go.
the wheel.
So we got a few things on here, but
Real quick.
it's really nothing. I didn't know if there was anything you wanted me to add, or if you had a wheel, guys. If you're on Rumble, you can, I guess if you're not watching this on my Rumble, you're watching it on the D2A Rumble. We are streaming this to the Subliminal Messenger Show and D2A Rumble for the first hour, so you'll be able to see it over there. If not, if you're on the Patreon, you can just check your email and the private link, the link to the whatever private stream is on there. So, Subliminal, what's some stuff that I should add in here? Because obviously, a lot of these are just some of my favorites, and some stuff that we started off earlier in this series that we didn't really finish yet. We are going over 2 books today, both Manly P. Hall treatises. If that's how you say the plural form of that. I probably never know.
I don't know.
Go look words up to see how they sound. I still try to sound them out myself, I guess. Unseen Forces, and which is about the elementals and unseen forces, and speak for itself. And
how about Psychic Self-Defense by Dion Fortune?
Wait, what?
Ooh.
Psychic Self-Defense
Self-Defense?
by Dion Fortune. Yeah.
Who was that?
I don't know. I have no idea. It was $1. Sounds cool. I think they were like another occultist. They went around doing lectures on how to, do spiritual defense classes.
Self-defense?
Yeah, psychic self-defense. I think some stuff was a little bit of what Manny P. Hall did about like explaining the spiritual realm. Because I did find a ton of all their names sounds very made up. A ton of books by them, Dion Fortune. And I have to do more research on who that is.
Yeah, we add that in there. So let's see.
She also has a great book on Kabbalah. Bucket of
Kabbalah.
Hey, Torja. Good morning. Morning, everybody on the Occult Rejects channel. Glad you guys can make it. Lucia, good morning.
I think that's all I would add, just in case I can't make a show. I don't want to just add a ton of books I'm not around for. So I think that's all I would add this round.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to read The Secret Commonwealth, I got a regular English version of it. Of Elves, Fauns, and Fairies. We can actually I got a regular Kindle version, and it's just English, regular S's and F's.
Don't you have a key now? Oh, you got the red.
Yeah, it's just a regular one.
To interpret the ancient Gaelic dialect, or whatever that is. I mean, that has to be Gaelic or something.
Old English.
All right, let's bring it. Good morning. I guess, yeah. Anyway, so let's see. Yeah, we got enough right here. So we'll come back to this, guys, later in the show. We may even spin it before we go. We cut to the Patreon. So let's see. We'll stop sharing this. Oh no. Where we go?
Are there going to be cops in the Enchanted Wigger story?
Yeah, we went. Yeah.
Like the sheriff of Nottingham or something?
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Why do they hate the Wiggers?
I'm gonna get those Wiggers. Here, I can't, dude. Oh man, I'm not gonna try to speak in Old English. I tried to speak like in a Russian accent last night on the Occult Reject show.
People ask you to keep doing it.
I think people liked it. Don't know how accurate it was, but good morning.
People say the wheel's rigged.
The wheel is rigged. Yeah, the wheel is rigged. 100%. Not even
Oh,
gonna
Jules'
front.
wheel.
Black
Jules'
team.
wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, Jules's wheel is 100% rigged. Yeah,
It's gonna land on Adept every time.
gonna land on
I
Adams
was
every
landing on a
time.
Manly P. Hall book. What the fuck is up with that?
Yeah, the
Every single time. It's like there's like one Manly P. Hall book there, and 16 others gonna land on the Manly P. Hall. It's like 100%.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's how I win. Every
Until Jules, until you add Pistis Sophia back on, then it will land on Pistis Sophia.
time. Yeah, yeah. We're not adding that. That's not on my wheel.
You're too chicken shit
No.
to read Pistis
Okay,
Sophia.
well, okay. So
You
now we have to add
You're
that.
not. Pistis Sophia's is not on the new wheel.
We have to add it.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm
Jules is
adding it.
That was the
terrified.
best part
Jules
of the old
is
wheel.
Jules is
I
terrified.
added it. Pistis
Please.
Sophia's on there.
That's
to
what I
my
was looking forward
detriment.
to.
Yo, you know what you
I
should
like
do? You
it.
should do
I
some of
like
the,
it. It's a lot.
you
They
should do some of
barely. The
the
Demiurge was barely
Hey,
born.
Nick, what's up, Nick?
You should do some of the Gnostic Gospels. Those are kind of short. Some of them really interesting.
I've been telling him. I
Gateway
had him
process.
add the Nagamati. I had him add the Nagamati to it. So when
yeah,
it
like
lands there, I'm just going to tell him. I'm just going to tell him which Gnostic Gospel we're going to read, or which part of the Codex we're going to read. So when it lands there, it's essentially just a free for all
We got
for
the
whatever I
Nagamati.
decide.
Yeah. He told me to add the Nagamati. Got the Aquarian Gospel. Let's add the Orlinda or something. Let's do that.
Aquarian Gospel is not short, but like Gospel of Philip would be like a short read, or Secret Gospel of John would be a short read, and especially Gospel of Thomas, that would be
What about the
would be
Mandean
a
Book of
sh-
John, Rat?
the Mandean Book of John is a fun one. It's
a
not
short read?
Nagamati, but it's not really a short read either, but it's not bad. It's just,
Happy Saturn's Day, Felix.
it's
Gospel
out
of
there.
Thomas. I thought we had Thomas on there because I have that physical copy too. I
Cute.
think it is my father.
It's just on the Nagamati.
Okay. So yeah, we'll land on the Nagamati, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and get into it. What do y'all want to do first? Y'all want to do Unseen Forces, or would y'all like to
Continue the gateway process conversation from the other day. It was so good.
Yeah, we
Such a
could.
good show.
We didn't even. I mean, we got to what? Like, how many numbers did we get to last night? Like 13 different points on it. And there's over.
That was such a good episode. I was like,
Thanks, man.
I don't know.
I
Nick's-
didn't have
Nick's
much to say
comparisons.
till the end. I was really listening for most of the episode. A lot of that stuff is unfamiliar with, but glad I know about it now.
That shit is bugged out though, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that shit's wild, dude. That shit's wild. We
Actually, I
definitely
should've
got to do
spoken
a
more
part two.
shit. There was a lot of stuff in there that I could even have added to from my own experience, and I should have said more.
Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Jeff. Jeff, I'm sorry. I tried to add my YouTube in, dude. I do not know what the fuck happened. I'm gonna have to disconnect it and reconnect it. I don't know. Let's try and add it in. Let's try and add it in one more time. Let's see if it works.
Subliminal.
YouTube?
Use
Ah,
OBS.
fuck. Never mind.
Do
What's
I
up?
use OBS? Right now I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell with the thing on your screen. I figured.
Yeah, dude. Subliminal has the best layout of any show I've seen, to be quite honest with you.
I use
Right
OBS,
now it's
but it's good.
OBS, but usually it's Prism Studios is what I use on the show.
Nice.
Is what I usually do. Yeah.
You always have a pretty good production setup. So we try to do it here. StreamYard likes to make it hard for us. They give us a little bit when they could give us a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So fuck you, StreamYard. And let's get on with the show. I'm gonna pull this PDF up. Let's see. We'll go ahead and y'all want to do Unseen Forces? I guess I'll decide. Unseen Forces.
Oh, okay. Is that Lavenda?
No, that's
Okay.
Hall.
Oh, who do you think it is?
That's Hall, dude. I had a bunch of smaller works of Hall that I had physical copies of that I'd already kind of read, and I was like, hey, well, I can talk about this.
Yeah.
So we're still this is still two of the books that we started off with. We still haven't finished all the beginning books. Like there's only a couple left, original ones done by. We finished already 3 different Hall books, I'm pretty sure. and a few other books that we did in one day. A few other little ones. Let's see. So y'all do want to do that one first? I'm not getting a response from y'all. Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Whoa.
I would never deny you your hole, your pee hole.
My pee hole. Thank you. Let's see. So, Unseen Forces, Subliminal. Is that one that you have?
Let me see.
Trying to find it. See if I have it now. Been a subliminal stream.
I want to know what chapter we're on. I guess. Sorry. I'll get the.
Mine stopped at chapter 5, the Dweller on the Threshold.
The Dweller.
I think so.
I figured that was where we were. That'll be interesting. Did we talk about the nature principles?
Oh, you cut out for a second. What? The
Did we talk about the nature principles?
Maybe. Could you describe them to me? What do they look like?
Okay, we did thought forms and emotion generated elementals, nature principles. We did the 4 elementals. That was the first one. Ghost inspectors. We did that, and so
I have a bunch of highlights up to chapter 5.
Yeah, so there's the Dweller, and then the passing of the Dweller, and then that's it.
Year 2026, the year of Nick and his male friends, Morning Wood. Thank you, Polaris Knights.
Polar Knights, good to see you. You're here last night.
I can't read.
Last night.
Yeah,
it's okay. I can't read either. I have to remind the audience all the time that I went to public school in Mississippi. So take from that.
And reading is not part of their curriculum.
It's not part of their curriculum. So selling mid in the bathroom is though. All right, guys, let's go. All right, I'm gonna pull this. Oh, well, we're doing Unseen Forces. You got to pull it up, Subby. YouTube disappointment, man. Fucking
very sad.
Awful, dude. Yeah, I'm very upset right now.
Oh yeah. Well.
All right. Well, do one of y'all want to start out? You want me to start out? Is that the beginning of it?
I can do it. I haven't done it in like a month. I haven't done it in a month.
Yeah, you haven't been here, man. You actually owe us.
Yeah, right.
I do.
Yeah.
Read half the book. Yeah. I won't understand any of it. I'm just gonna read.
Well,
Happy New Year.
None of us understand it fully yet, so that's part of reading it together and discussing it with the audience and why we do this. So let's get it. You want to start?
Yes. Chapter 5, The Dweller on the Threshold. Character and those qualities which are really the measure of human consciousness are not brought with the primitive germ of being out of the infinite, but are the fruitage of experience and the mellowing that comes with spiritual age. The primal spark, the unborn deathless thing in each organism, knows itself not save by those bodies that it has built through contact with the inferior worlds, which we call the realms of form. The first spark, the divine germ of spirit, makes possible all growth and expression, but growth, in the true spiritual understanding of the word, is the result of the acceptance into the consciousness of the evolving atoms of those diverse factors which we group together under the heading of experience. Without the spirit, we cannot improve its primal lot. The world that we know is the kindergarten of spirit. Here, child souls in the making are instructed in realities by means of unrealities. As a cutting out of paper dolls and making of little ships from strips of paper is the first step in the education of a child, so things apparently very far from truth mold in a mysterious way the character of man along lines that will later lead him to wisdom. Few here realize that they are on the probation in this world, but such is the case. We are forced to hug the spokes of the wheel of illusion until, like the child in school, we outgrow our class and are promoted to a higher one.
We're on probation. That's
on probation.
That's one way to put it. Yeah. I never thought of it that way. That's a pretty good metaphor to use.
Are we
on
all in jail?
probation. Our spirits
Until
are on
we-
probation. I don't
We're
know.
all in jail until we can
That was
prove otherwise.
interesting that he just threw that out there. Few here
Spirits
realize
got-
that we were on probation.
Spirit's got an ankle monitor on it.
I was on probation for 7 years of my life. So,
Ooh.
yeah, they're with my young 20s.
Oh yeah, I did probation a few times.
Yeah,
Fun stuff.
yeah.
Still on probation.
Well, who knows? Sorry, sub. Didn't mean to interrupt. Keep going.
No, I was cutting you off, man. I didn't know you had something real to say. I was making jokes. As there are children in school, we who never seem to learn, and stay year after year in the same grade. So those who do not master the problems of the greater school of life must remain involved in matter until they realize the plan. And what is vastly more important, live in accordance with the reality they have discovered. At the present time, all growth is carried on through the physical body. All the higher vehicles express themselves through this medium and are molded by the application made of their respective forces in the material world. Let us list them and describe how they are influenced.
Here we
The mental
go.
body. Oh, did you want to read?
No, I
this
was
one?
just going to say we're about to name out. This for a lot of people that watch my show. We've talked about this a lot, especially in the past 6 months. So,
Oh, today's episode should be subliminal heavy.
definitely, dude. No, definitely. Yeah,
Give me
guys.
the backstory.
Subliminal took a few weeks. So he came like in and out for this last month during the
Big
holidays.
mistake.
So,
I should have came in that day.
Oh no.
but yeah, you can the mental body, which is the highest of these planes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The mental body, this is the highest vehicle man has at the present time, save a few very highly advanced adepts and masters who function consciously in the Buddha body. I'm working on my Buddha body.
body.
It reminds me of a time I ate too much for 36 years. In the majority of people, the mind body appears as a yellow cloud around the head and shoulders. The greater the thought force of the person, the more completely organized the mental body becomes. The brain is its vehicle in matter, and the development of its super physical body depends entirely upon the exercise of thought force, not upon other entities, but upon solution of the problems of life in accordance with the faculties of reason and logic.
Yep.
That's it. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
people
go-
with higher IQs have easier goes at it just in general. Seems like
Yeah,
even in the
well,
spirit realm.
That's the very go back to the page before. Yeah, that's very interesting how it says the mind body appears as a yellow cloud. Where'd you go? Go back.
Your mental body here. Buddha body.
It's
Mental body.
Go to the next one.
El
Yeah.
Caballero.
Yeah, a yellow cloud around the head and shoulders. So that's like if someone is aura viewing
Mhm.
and they see you have like a yellowish aura around up. That's very symbolic of the halo, right? The golden halo, the yellow halo.
Oh yeah.
That I was talking about. Yeah, that's how we communicate with the divine through our mental, right? That's why God gave us our temples right here. On our heads, But
Also, why
Or
so
Dragon Ball
many
Z.
old monks shaved their heads, and see all the art depictions of apostles with glowing, or the saints with glowing auras around their heads.
the development of this super physical body depends entirely upon the exercise of thought force. So that goes like, dude, people who work out, like if you tell yourself that you're getting bigger and you're gaining muscle, and you actually meditate on that and you're working out and stuff, like you will get bigger, right? Like it's a known fact that this, that's what I say with these very cliche, simple things like mind over matter, or like, stuff like that. Like it really is true. And so like there's nothing to fear but fear itself, right? It's something that you've heard since you were a kid, but you never really thought about it. And then you do now, and you're like, wow, that means something.
Was he
right?
Apocalypto?
Oh yeah, man.
Remember
Yeah,
when the
great.
father's telling the son, he's like, "You let that shit in, it's a disease."
Yeah, it spreads. Yeah. And I've been telling people, like I said, for the past 6 months, the mental, the make sure that you're okay. And, if your head's not okay, then, you can't take care of the rest of yourself, right? Your spirit and your physical body, those around you. And so take care of your mind first. The astral body, you want me to read subliminal?
Yeah, go for it, man.
The astral body. This body is much older than the mind and is therefore much more perfectly developed. It finds expression through the fire in the human blood. This is expressed by the salamander guys.
I like this.
The emotions, passions, and reactions with which man excites his organisms, and he's here. The headless giant. Good morning, sir.
How you doing?
Doing good, man. You came just in time. We're talking about the mental body, the astral body, and all this fun stuff. The emotions.
What is?
What's up?
Oh, people are just asking what morning wood is. I think all the.
What is morning wood?
I hope none of them are guys asking that question.
You should know the Saxon.
Or if you're married, and if you're
You probably have
married,
it right now. I don't know. No, well, everyone sees the logo we have with the green man motif on the oak tree, right?
That's why I'm late. I had to wait.
There's not a.
What?
Go ahead.
Wait, no. What rat? What?
There's not a deeper meaning to the morning wood, unless there is.
No, it's just take it at complete face value.
Yeah.
I mean, it may be. I don't know, dude. Have you gone in the forest while the sun is coming up? I don't know.
These people are a bunch of
Something magical about it.
When the sun rises, so do I.
No. Yo, let me
Cock-a-doodle do.
And I fell with the soundboard.
I'm gonna come.
Don't come.
I thought this was about books, guys.
Did you hit that at the same time as me?
I didn't do anything.
I forgot you have access to the StreamYard as well. Guys, be sure to like the stream. You can share it with people right now. We'll probably stay streaming to the public channels for the next 20, 30 minutes, and then we'll go to the Patreon, straight to the Patreon stream after, which you can find at patreon.com/GrayPillPodcast. We do this every Saturday.
This is Jules OTO controlled sex magic podcast.
Yes.
He nailed it, bro. You told him?
Yeah. No, this has a lot to do with hitting the bowl and the wood and the best grove ever. Tierney, what's up, baby? Good morning.
All right, bring out the penis cake. I heard you guys have good penis cake now.
So,
And the cakes of light.
yeah, the cakes of light and the
Penises
cakes
and
of
vaginas.
yeah. Look, I mean, we talked about it, and that goes to like the intention behind making the cake, right? Are you making it for like a good time at one of these ancient themed parties or something, or are you taking it to a child's party and to like to be some weirdo who wants to teach children about sexual reproduction through cakes, and people are weird.
Different context between a bachelorette party and a.
They'll find an excuse. They'll find any excuse to put themselves around a child and to try to spread their degeneracy, because that's what it equates to, right? Like now people use this stuff that used to be used in these ancient cultures as something of something just perverted, and it's the whole subversion, bastardization that we've also been talking about a lot lately.
Do you ever think that comes from like unhealthy people that are just confused about what they're looking at?
people that watch too much pornography.
Oh no, but like when people do get like some of that symbolism like twisted and makes it worse. Like, do you think that's due to like people getting involved in that stuff and actually don't know what the fuck they're doing and they're just
yes, people may be misinterpreting some things. They interpret everything sexually, or it's like, you know, that's why, you know, the serpent has meaning in like sexual energy, but it also has meaning for deception. It has a meaning for knowledge, right? It has all these, so it can be used in all these different ways. But I think that does something to the overall definition of a symbol. I think if people use it in this one certain way, that can definitely, you know, change the egregore or whatever, shift it, so to say.
I think if we're gonna like get down to brass tacks, I think what a lot of the occulting of all of these ancient religions has done is pushed it out to the fringes of society. So the people on the fringes of society are the ones who pick it up. So when you're seeing all the sexual perversion and stuff related to that, it's because the people who have picked it up are kind of existing on the fringes of society. Like mainstream doesn't want to have anything to do with occultism or anything like that because it's just not viewed as being socially acceptable. So the people at the fringes, like us, are talking about it. So it changes things when you're talking about the difference in demographics and how it expresses itself. It's not going to be the same thing as back then. So the Hilaria cakes or Haloa cakes, yeah, it's going to seem weird, but, you know, so do, you know, bachelorette parties, but that's sort of like a tradition.
Right. Yeah. It's more nuanced. Yeah. The Saxon, it's a play on words. It's an inside joke.
Right.
The only, you know, not all of us are gay.
So,
all right.
Smythe's judge says it's from being passed into the next grade without being prepared for it. I think this is what some of these. I think that's the connection here between what you're saying, the perversion, and some of the spiritual teachings here, and moving people up the ranks, and they're not really about that.
Right.
Right.
Let's get back to this. The emotions, passions, and reactions with which man excites his organisms are expressions of this astral body. The heart, as an organ of influence over the destiny of consciousness, expresses the qualities of the astral body, and the mastery and direction of the emotional forces constitute the building of the astral soul in man. The emotions are connected. It's all connected, guys, through these different planes. The emotions are always swayed by extremes. And it is the balancing of opposites and the mastery of extremes in this life that mold the astral body into a permanent vehicle for the expression of spirit. The physical body. This vehicle, composed of the chemical dense form and the etheric or vital double, is in principle the oldest of man's connections with the external universe, headless. This is very interesting, and forms at this time the focusing point for all the other bodies. The efficiency of this body measures the expression of all the higher vehicles. This shell forms the positive connection between the school of material experience and the subtle forces which man is seeking to unfold. Through this body and its expression, all growth is now being carried on. When the inventor first outlines his idea, it must be adapted to practical needs and modified to meet the requirements of manufacture. In the same way, the schemes of consciousness are put to practical test. This therefore becomes the testing field of life, and only those who pass through it and upon its anvil translate their theories into practicalities are capable of really knowing the efficiency of their ideas. We may now consider some of the expressions by which we have learned to judge the characters and lives of those with whom we come in contact. These are not gifts of the immortal spirit, but rather the harvest from the fields of life when it has been lived intelligently. We know these as soul qualities. Somebody want to pick up?
I'll take it from here.
Virtue.
Oh, go ahead.
Whoa, rat. Coming in hot. All right.
Virtue.
I want Nick to read.
Rat.
Nick, you read it.
Virtue.
I'm not one to read about virtue.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Virtue is innocence transmitted into the intelligent realization of moral right. This can be accomplished only as the result of experience. Continuity, the faculty of developing a certain line of reasoning and carrying it to a successful conclusion without allowing outside interests or desires to divert the mind, is the result of long ages spent in mastering mental forces and developing will to the point where it becomes dictator of the emotions. I would even say that right there is even like that should be the goal of a magician. He should be able to like let things kind of fall off his back, and he should be able to create a GPS like with your workings. You should have a It's almost like creating a GPS to where the fuck you want to go, regardless of the surroundings or what you're in. You should be able to still figure out how to get there. So I like that.
Yeah, well, this is something that we're losing as just, I think, especially men in general nowadays. They let their emotions run everything, dude. They're more feminine than women in many cases. And I've been there, dude. In the past, especially, if you don't have your shit together, being on drugs and whatnot,
I gotta apply that too.
And then you have to get that back, right? You have to get like a grasp on your emotions. It takes some time to do that. But it is obtainable, right? I think it is. I mean, I used to be very hot-headed, dude. Very quick to. Let's say I was not allowed into any bar downtown at like the age of 22. Yeah, just for getting drunk and wanting to fight and just those are my emotions, right? That was 10 years ago, but
something to just even add to throw in there for people listening, like I would even say like you can still have the same thoughts pop up in your head. I mean, it'd be nice for them to go away at some point, but your reaction to them is what really counts as well.
Yeah, how you handle those thoughts, right? That's really, and that's the work being done too. Most people don't realize that.
Huge.
Yeah.
I'll keep going. I'll read the whole page or whatever.
Okay.
Discrimination. This is the ability to select from a number of apparently equal yet diverse possibilities that which is the most suitable for the needs of the organism. Experience is the only way by which farsightedness on practical problems can be evolved. The power to remain unmoved by passing conditions is gained by careful analysis of life and the realization that the world we live in is to be studied and analyzed, but never assumed as reality. Oh, I like that.
Nice.
Can never renounce that which he believes in or that which to him is a reality. He must be beyond the veil before he can be free from mundane illusions. That was deep shit. I like that.
Yeah.
Wait. Go back one page. Please.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hold on. Discrimination balance. Okay. I was just looking at these virtue, continuity, discrimination, balance. What was the next one? Wisdom.
Yes.
Are these kangaroos from the Warriors of Virtue names?
The kangaroo, what?
Oh, the movie The Warriors of Virtue. It had these kangaroo fighter things, and they had these names and qualities like this. So I'm gonna maybe have to watch that again.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about the movie where the kid at the beginning is bullied?
This little boy gets transported,
and he falls in and
goes in a cyclone. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
And there's kangaroo,
karate
kangaroo things in there.
What's it
the
called?
Warriors of Virtue. Warriors of Virtue.
We have to watch that. You just took me back to, oh my God.
I'm looking at it.
I'd been searching for that
for like 9 years old, dude.
Yeah, I'd been searching for that movie for a long time, and I recently just like found it again, and yeah.
It's same with the Princess and the Goblin. That movie. Did y'all ever see that movie?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that name.
Dude, it was so good. It was so creepy, like for a kid's movie, but it was good. It was good, and it told ancient stories. It was awesome. They need to bring movies like that back. I heard Disney's going to start doing their movies, start to draw them again.
Really?
They're going to try like how Cinderella and Snow White were first done. I heard they're going to try doing a few movies like that. I mean,
rotoscoping, huh?
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
I don't trust them not to.
Don't trust. Yeah.
No, I don't trust them not to like shove that shit off to AI.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Like, we have our best artist here, and it's just like these two
Hey,
computers.
AI, make this look like I rotoscoped it.
Right, right.
As a sixth
Pretty
finger.
sure it's right
Yeah.
now.
Right.
So
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Want me to take over, Nick? Yeah.
Yeah, Rat, go ahead.
Understanding is the product of actual experience. The philosopher, with his gray hair and bent shoulders, has lived life until he knows its ways and byways and can therefore assist others to a better understanding of nature's realities. Age and soul power alone brings mellowness, which is the basis of wisdom.
That's something else that they've taken away with this boomerism, dude. A lot of these elders in the community don't give a shit about the younger generations. They don't.
People don't grow up. People don't grow up anymore. You know,
Well,
it's like,
I mean, it's like
it's high school never ends.
You
It's
could
become
say
a
it's
mantra for like,
well, yeah. I was gonna say you could say it's the other way around too. Like the younger generation really doesn't give a shit about them either. You know what I mean? If anything, they want to give them the pillow. But like, it's I think this stuff is done. You know, these archetypes are taken away and something is replaced. Right? I think this is all done.
Oh yeah,
Maliciously, on purpose, and these people know what they're doing. And yeah, it's unfortunate, right? Like you have these people who will leave their whole estate to some stranger because like he's an immigrant, and they think their kids, like, you know, since their kid was able to go to school and grow up here, and you know that they have a good job, that they don't need anything, right? And it's just, I don't know, it's brainwashing.
very weird.
Very, very weird. Yeah.
And the thing is like it didn't just happen like that overnight. That's been
That
a
too. That too.
long time. You know what I'm saying? So that's the creepy thing is that all of a sudden you realize you're there. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, fuck, this shit must have been slowly creeping for a while for that to happen.
Right.
I mean, like, look at the shit that popped off like around Trump's election time. Like everything was crazy, like so far, like drastic. It was just like, I don't know. I just feel like we must have tiptoed here and just didn't realize where we were until it fucking blew up.
Well, yeah, I think we were kind of led here as well. You know?
Yeah, Venezuela. We've been tiptoeing around going into an invasion in Venezuela for years and years since the first Trump administration, and now he's just doing it.
Oh, I thought that was great. How didn't he call like 2026 the year of peace and then literally drop the bombs?
Dude, they want him to bomb Iran so bad. They want him to bomb Iran so bad, dude.
Yeah.
They're trying. I mean, I at this point, and I've said this, guys, I'm not suicidal at all. And you know, at this point, anything done on that end, dude, I can't help but look at it as like some kind of psychological operation. It just, it is what it is at this point.
Dude, there's more people worried.
They've showed their hand,
in the country,
right? And if you can't tell by this point, then you know, just put your head back in the sand or back in the ground, wherever the fuck.
It's actually fucking like mind blowing to actually be like, this is really going on.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
This is sick. It's like really watching humanity at its worst.
Yeah, and knowledge like this is suppressed and, like I said, subverted, bastardized, and used in these weird cults that you see pop up here and there that always link back to these same, you know.
You have a magical experience right now. War would be the last answer for anything. Just keep it.
Yeah.
You know, so like if you happen to be enlightened, you're not going to agree with the bullshit that the fucking government's pushing on everyone.
Yeah, and then at what point do you become a threat to them, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you gotta keep us dumb. Got to keep us unenlightened.
Docile and dumb. Yeah, dude. Fuck that. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
Yo,
I'm not a faggot. I'm not a bitch. So, you know.
I think it's like a percentage thing.
I got like thrown in a camp and I was like, just kill me now. I ain't fucking living like this for the rest of my life. Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, hey.
I'll come back. I'll just come back as something else.
Yeah. Can't be scared of death. You'll be back.
Well, a big part of that, I think, is, you know, man turning on each other, right?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
They're Rat, start reading. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we interrupted Rat.
Really sorry.
No,
You didn't
no, it's
interrupt me.
fine. I
No,
kept going and
fine.
talking and running my fucking mouth. I'm sorry, Rat.
Experience confers many other qualities, some apparently good and others evil. Many feel that to wallow in the mire of sin is a great mistake. Others believe that God must have some better and easier way of instructing his children than by forcing them to battle in darkness for their salvation. This will ever be an open question that each must settle for himself. All around us are thousands in the mire of degeneracy. A large part of our population is morally or physically unclean. It is too late to warn against mistakes such as all make and most uphold. So all that remains is to assist those who have fallen to get back on their feet, and to learn from their sorrows, to avoid the pitfalls in the future. No law can be passed that will make people good, but suffering makes us careful when advice is ignored. Sorrow and disappointments make us think when warnings are permitted to pass unheeded. In this way, man learns through his experiences. The annals of life show that our greatest sinners have made our greatest saints, not because they made mistakes, but because they learned through experience to correct them. We should all thank God that we have the power to suffer, for through pain, great souls are born. Adversity overwhelms the sluggard, but galvanizes the soul into action and gives incentive to those who seek to achieve. Adversity disciplines the spirit and tests the resolve. With the master of adversity, courage is born.
Absolutely, dude.
Awesome.
And, constant struggle isn't good, but, struggle here and there to kind of keep your ego in check and to, it does help you grow. It does. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
makes me think of a general subset of memes I've been seeing. It's like character development. Like, oh, this is character development. It's like, I'm tired of all this character development. I would like to be a developed character now.
right.
It's
Yeah.
like, nope.
The character
Character
arc.
development requires a consistent process, and it's not painless. It's not.
Right. It's not painless. And
We struggle with the wheel of samsara up in this bitch. That's what I've been saying.
if you know what to expect when you go, when these things happen in life and you know how to handle it, and and then I think that's a positive thing, right? I think that's you can get yourself through it, right? Because some people will let things tear them apart or let it define who they are. As I've said this before, they let it define them and not refine them. Kind of like, you go through some experiences and you come out the other side a stronger person, or even like in a near-death experience, somebody comes out the other side and they know how to play a fucking instrument, or they can, they have a sixth sense, right?
Right.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
We should continue reading. We should thank God for our adversary, for he gauges a man's true worth. The question each should ask himself is, what would I do under certain conditions? Few of us know, and still fewer would do in a moment of extremity, the thing planned at leisure. Place people in various positions, and then and there they judge and measure themselves before the world. They need neither accuser nor defender. Their actions are the gauges of their souls, and their souls tell their age in the cosmic scheme of things, as no protestation or profession could possibly do. Actions and attitudes are proofs. Words are merely expressions of emotion, which are seldom dependable. Man often argues with himself to prove things that he honestly knows are untrue. Usually, the human animal convinces himself of the reality of the falsehoods before he can possibly prove it to another. In fact, he seldom proves it to any, save himself.
Okay. Well, it's you can see right there a little bit of that Kabbalah influence in there, right?
Yeah.
And that thought with the Yeah, Benjamin, be thankful for Satan. Yeah, don't agree fully with that. I think, like I said, having a worthy adversary at times is very, it's the hero's journey, right? But these adversarial, figures
Am
set
I-
up, right? Dude, these people are placed there,
I
right?
think Hey I think Hey You 1763 has it here. It says, I just got here, but I think sometimes God wants us to punch our adversaries in the mouth.
And people,
That is the sole reason for the adversary here. That I think that's the reason the adversary, that's why we should be thankful for the adversary, because we need to punch the adversary in the mouth. We need to defeat the adversary. And that's why we should be thankful that it's there. It's there to test us so that we can improve and be better than it. That's the whole point of all of this existence
I
is
agree to a
finding
certain
the
point.
challenge.
Yeah, I agree to a certain
overcoming.
point of, I guess, being thankful for the adversary. I guess it, like I said, it depends on what path you are taking in life. Because a lot of people are slaves to their adversary, right, Rat?
That's Brad.
Especially
Yeah.
if they're dumb or ignorant of stuff like this, of this like Freemasonic Rosicrucian knowledge that is like gate kept from most of society. It's like, oh, well, this is, and then it's told like, well, this is evil. Don't look at it. It's like, well, no, it's not actually. It's the intention behind the usage of the knowledge, the symbols, everything. So
this is the trap. This is one of the trappings of modern Christianity and modern religions in general.
Yeah, the pray for your enemies thing.
Not the pray for your enemies thing, because pray for your enemies, that is a strictly human idea. You pray for the neighbor that wishes ill on you. You pray for them because you are your neighbor. But the enemy thing, the adversary thing, the trappings of modern Christianity is this idea that we do not fight the devil. Jesus fights the devil. God fights the devil. This idea that the evil in this world is not of our, not in our wheelhouse. It's in his wheelhouse, right? And while that's nice and comforting, it is also cowing, and it's also demoralizing, because without the ability to do anything here, well, what good are we to our neighbor? The whole thing is we have to overcome Satan. We have to defeat Satan. And though we might get strength through Christ, it is our work that does the job, not through.
I guess here's what I am saying.
Thing.
How do you know the true intentions of your neighbor? How do you know if your neighbor isn't set out to kill you, and you're praying for him, and then you go out and you cut your throat? Just something like that. I don't know. I guess that may be hypothetical, like kind of, I don't know.
How do you know your neighbor's not out to cut your throat? Well, if you were not praying for your neighbor, would there be a difference in your neighbor's intent to cut your throat? That's my question.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely right. I think that there is a lot packed in there, right? Because we're not just living in our own tribes or villages anymore,
No, we're not.
But even then, you still had your fucking bad seed of the village, right? That guy who you constantly had to worry about, or that boy who was always crying wolf. Did my neighbor say something? No, I love my neighbors. My neighbors. I don't want to say my neighbors fuck, but they go hard, man. They're awesome. They're good people. And
another thing about praying for your neighbor, even if he should wish ill on you, is praying for someone, and it doesn't necessarily mean going down and saying Heavenly Father,
right.
But praying for them, it is about like focusing on that person. Who is that person? And it makes you think about that person as a person. And your neighbor might not have good intentions for you, but if you don't actually pay attention to your neighbor, and you don't actually wonder about their well-being, you're
Mhm.
never going to find out anything about them. You're never going to learn why, you're never going to understand that, oh, this guy really doesn't have good intentions for me.
Right,
If you just
right.
ignore your neighbor, you're going to wake up one day in a burnt house, or something.
Right. Yeah. That's what I meant when I said, you walk outside and he stabs you in the back or cut your throat or whatever.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
if it's thankfulness for the opportunity to test yourself in battle? Because each and every time you're faced with an enemy, I mean that's an opportunity to establish a new hierarchy. It's either you or him.
There's that
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Because we are men. So, the dominating force, right? There's that ambition factor there, especially when you look into the past, right? You had people overthrowing each other, back to back. Because, right, like who could,
There we go,
who,
Donna.
huh?
There we go, Donna. No, Donna
Here it
Harper.
works. I said in last night's program, thought can travel through wall and worlds in no time flat, like through the gateway process, right? Explaining when your brainwave pattern, right, goes through that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the Akashic record level, right, the collective unconscious level, and you can send a thought wave through that pattern, through that wave, and the
Yes,
world
Donna.
gets it.
Donna's right too. Yeah, people. Yeah, to where they practically worship these celebrities, right?
Which is where I think it's a percentage thing, where not it doesn't matter how smart you or I individually get, but if a percentage of us, 30 to 40%, according to like the Seth readings or something like that, over an area creates like a principality over that area and changes the feeling of a general space. So if 30 or 40% of us believe in the one thing, it'll like lock in I guess egregore or whatever over an area or the planet. I think at that point, because it overtakes the other belief systems.
That's like the genius loci, right? Right, Headless, or like what were you talking about? The zeitgeist, the spirit of a of the time.
Indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
The age.
Yeah, the spirit of the age, spirit of the age. Yeah, that kind of oversees the care of and that's when I talk about, in the past and the destruction of civilizations. You see it with they destroy the statues, right? Destroying the statues destroys the spirit, and vice versa. With the you have the mages and the high priest in the background doing these these magical, like these, you could say, like these magician wars, right?
Subconscious, right? It's
wizard
like subconscious imagery. Like at this point, it's all the TikToks and sound effects and all that stuff that trigger like call and response to us. So we're scrolling through Twitter, scrolling through your phone, you're getting like a sugar rush or like an anger rush or sex rush, causes like a response in your body, and then your brain goes off and you're looking for the next thing that matches it or balances you out.
Yeah, I think
And
it's developed now to where the priest class has turned to this, they've turned into this dark kind of aspect of our world, and they are forcing us to do all their work for them. And I talked to Headless Nick about this with like the gang symbolism and stuff, out, it's like sigil warfare out in the streets, because it's like Muslim or like Islam and Judaic symbolism and both of these.
It's like this all over the place too. You've got all these different things in Mexico, like the Knights Templar. We did a show about the Knights Templar in Mexico. It was just nonstop symbolism everywhere with those guys. They actually welcomed, like this was a murderous sort of a quasi drug cult, and they welcomed the Pope to come to Mexico. This was back in the early 2000s. But why would all of these different different gangs and stuff have all these symbols if it wasn't being manipulated? So a lot of that really does go back to who is the one who's pulling the strings on all these different gangs and all these different MK Ultra sort of mind control type cults. And unless you get out of that matrix and understand what it is, you're never going to see it for what it is.
Yeah, man. All right, so we're at the building of the soul.
You want me to take it?
You want to?
Yeah. At the present time, the two words soul and spirit, as though they meant the same thing. This is not correct. The soul is sinneth, with the soul that sinneth shall die, Ezekiel 18:4. Spirit does not die. In occult philosophy, spirit is that never or that ever existing essence, which is the immortal part of all created things in any of the seven worlds that manifest as a cosmic scheme. Spirit is is indestructible, uncreated, and the germ of divinity in all manifesting creations. It is the God in us. It is the eternal permanence of the triple spirit of being. Soul is the garment of spirit, the fruitage or essence of all the experience gained by manifestation in the concrete world of mind stuff, astral, material, and physical substance. In a spiritual sense, man can only be clothed in his virtues. Hence, the attainment of this golden garment of the soul and the real reason for life.
Golden garment. It's like a golden fleece.
Did you know that was going to be in there?
Wow.
Headlands Oats, all the gold media and all
Dude,
like content ever.
What's crazy is I was watching Jason and the Argonauts this week, the old movie, and Headless posted a scene from it on Twitter. So I want to watch it on stream. Maybe maybe later tonight. I don't know. I'll hit you up, Headless, if I choose to do that.
Now that 1990 or 2000 version with Jolene Blaylock as the witch. Now that's they did a really interesting job there. They tried to make her look like all the paintings of Medea. So,
and this is where the word media comes from, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like Tyler Perry Medea, or is this another
that
idea?
too. Hey, that too,
Yes,
man.
yes.
Just spelled differently. He just took the name of a deity, dude. That's wild. You don't ever see that happening, do you? No.
Right, and she was a hideous character in that book or in the myth, but in the movie she became the heroine. So they didn't really include
Oprah's
the part
name.
where
Oprah's
she-
name backwards is
Interesting.
Harpo. So Oprah, really, when you say Oprah, you're calling her Harpo, Harpocrates or whatever, you know. So it's like these people use these names, and who knows if they even know what the true meaning of what they mean, right?
No, I've even seen Oprah do this symbol, like up down by her waist. She's even throwing up like the element of water.
Yeah, dude, she's part of
Yeah,
some
she does it all
boule
the
society. Definitely, she's part of some boule society. Need to do a deep dive on the boule. I think that'd be fun. That was one of the first deep dives I did getting into conspiracies years ago. So, so let's see. Sorry, Headless. I just thought that was
Oh no, it's fine.
yeah.
I can keep going. Incident is valueless, save for the impression that it leaves upon the nature of the one passing through it. By an occult process, this impression is molded onto the soul of onto the soul body as another thread in the seamless robe of the spiritual bridegroom. In nature, nothing is lost, and this vehicle is created by the assimilation of experience since the time millions of years ago when the consciousness was first differentiated is called the soul, the molder of destiny, the mentor that must be consulted when important decisions are made. The soul measures man's standard of right and wrong, the scale of things known. It is the basis of judgment and the inspiration behind the voice of conscience. Therefore, we ask with the seer of old, what shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and loses his own soul?
Mm.
Shit is good.
Wow.
All right. Let's see.
You know what's interesting? It's like the shit that we're reading, and it's like even myself, probably like I don't know, 15 years ago, I just would assume this guy, because of who he was, had horrible shit in his books.
Who, Hall?
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
well,
saying?
he takes
I
a
wanted to
lot.
go by, like the conspiracy mind I was in then.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Well, he gives his own
People are
take.
saying
like-
more deeper shit about getting your shit straight than most people are.
Yeah, well, he gives his own take, like his own little Rosicrucian
I feel like that about Crowley, if I can be direct. Like when you talk about the lama, I'm like, I cringe a little bit. Is there more to it? I've always been like, that's at my far end of my occult reading. I'm sure I'll get there eventually. Is there good stuff to it? Do you think? I mean, you read it probably more than I have.
I think there was necessary work in there for all this other stuff to be written about, and the stuff that we look at now that's happening. You would say necessary in the occult world, right? Like the great work that all these people do.
I think he has a few
over
gems. He
time.
does have a few gems out there that I do think, do kind of get into magic, the experience, and the virtues that is needed to do that.
Interesting.
But I think he was a vessel. He was,
if you listen to it, he basically just took Jesus out of a Catholic fucking mess. I mean, or took Jesus out of like the idea, but it's still all is being devoted to God, and to have an experience with God, to feel the love and knowledge. So I mean, there's something there.
There's a lot of Kabbalah in the Thelema stuff, right?
Oh yeah, well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I figured. Yeah, Sub. I mean, it's just what we've been. I mean, he's probably wasn't that good of a person. Obviously, he was a heroin addict and all sorts of things. You can tell in some of his writings.
I was. I was a long time.
Me too. I mean, yeah. Hey, man.
That's not the issue. It's just some of the. I think some of the actual rituals he would go through, like actually physically put himself through, is kind of like I don't know if I want to. Yeah, extreme.
Yeah.
To where like the Saturni Fraternalis or something like that came up out of that, and they took out some of his rituals, and like, we like your content, we're not gonna go put ourselves through some of these rituals. So they kind of came up with their own remix of his stuff, and I go, well, then if this developed into another offshoot, then there must be something good in here. I just don't know if I'm gonna go around to reading it. But thanks for answering my question.
I also think a lot of his stuff is certain stuff is also heavily ciphered. That's just my opinion. So then it's like, who knows what you're reading, actually.
Right. The fringes of society are where you get your spies and your drug dealers, drug addicts. So,
Right. All right. Well,
what are you actually reading?
He was both.
We have a couple more paragraphs, and then I was going to maybe cut the Rumble and Twitter. We may keep the YouTube up for another 15 minutes or so if anybody wants to go over to the Patreon. But does someone want to read the last page? I think it's like 2 paragraphs.
Yeah, I'll give it a try here.
Yeah.
Can I cut off from here? Incident.
I think
upon the soul.
Upon the
soul.
Oh, okay. Upon the soul are etched all the various actions and reactions that make up life. Therefore, the soul is essentially dual in its nature, that which registers successes and which registers failures. The things which we have done well become our guardian angels, guiding and inspiring us to further achievement, while those things wherein we have sinned become our menacing accusers, ever confronting us with the responsibility for our own mistakes. At the doors of the Eastern temples stand 2 dogs, one laughing and the other leering. Quality leering center. They represent our own virtues and vices, which we all must pass when we seek to enter the path that leads to perfection. These 2 qualities, the good and the evil within ourselves, are ever with us. One point is to heaven, and the other ever stands as the great problem. The beast is still part of our nature, and will remain so until we transmute the strength of the adversary into the inspiration to greater victories over self. This adversary within, this accumulation of unpaid karma, this body of sin, this ever-present obstacle, this spirit of negation, this ever-menacing figure of the evil in our own natures, was called by the ancients the dweller on the threshold.
Nice.
All right. And then the last, we'll cover the passing of the dweller on another book review, guys. We're going to move on to the Occult Anatomy of Man.
That was banging, though. This was a really good book, right?
Yeah, no, this one is and you can find most of this in Secret Teachings of All Ages, but he kind of made these shorter little treaties for people to I mean, it's way easier to unpack, and it takes a certain occult science or subject, and it kind of condenses it into one little work to where you don't there's not so much going on, because he does. I mean, even in these smaller works, he he, you know, switches up from talking about the Draughts to the sages in the East, right, to the Vedas, to like all this stuff. So anyway, let's that. And all right, well, everyone on Twitter, guys, y'all go over to the Patreon, or you can go over to the YouTube, the Occult Rejects YouTube, if you'd like. Everyone on the Rumble, okay, he kicked the Rumble. All right, and everyone on X, I'm having Tower Gang Toad on tomorrow at 7 Central. It's going to be a banger. We're going to have a good time, so y'all come hang out. And if I don't stream a movie later, I will see y'all hopefully tomorrow. Y'all have a good rest of your Saturday.
Yo, we got to do a movie on the Occult Rejects. Good.
So, guys, I'll see you at with Aim and Rad over at D2A. Thank you for being here for the first.
You gone?
What do you mean? Am I gone? No,
Yeah.
I'm just thanking the D2A people. Are you cutting off our Rumble?
No.
Okay, I thought you were gonna cut them off. Okay.
Oh, never
Okay.
mind.
Well,
All right.
not yet. I was gonna say, yeah, we're probably about to cut the Rumble off. I thought I saw. I think that was the Twitch stream.
Yeah, I took off my Twitch. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, everyone on the D2A Rumble. Some of y'all are on the Patreon. If not, you other guys, come on over there. We got, you know, get in where you fit in. Got $2 tier, $5 tier, and if you want to support the show, got stuff higher than that, which you get, you know, perks like
That's crazy. $2. That's like 50 cents an episode.
Well, yeah, you know, it's just a way to get in there and
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying that's great.
The books cost way more than $2.
Oh yeah, the books.
Jules
and
buys
then,
these.
This is why I promote him selling shit, because he's not a fucking cocksucker about it.
Right.
And if y'all join the Patreon, maybe in the first couple weeks of the new year, you may get a sticker pack. I cut off the sticker packs for the lower tiers that first subscribe, but
It's 70 cents. Somebody gives you $2 and you sell one of those out. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're fucking making out already.
yeah, no, that's yeah. I don't, you know, I walk away with you know, what y'all pay for your subscription, and that helps to pay for my subscriptions, right, to all my stuff. So it all comes back full circle. So and we'll see y'all later on the D2A. All right, I'm going to remove that. All right.
And remember, this content may be cheap, but it's certainly rich.
It's very rich. Thank you.
Oh,
Brad.
I like that. I like that.
Let's take that back out. I can share this next one. Let's see. So the Occult Anatomy of Man, and I do not know where we left off.
Yo, did you get that right? I don't know.
Okay.
That was like from an old Alice Andrew Dice Clay joke, actually.
Let's
All right,
see,
and you've got Occult Anatomy, Jules?
yeah.
In case I got to dip out, I can't control the screen here.
Yes, indeed, I got it. Hopefully, it's not too large of a file. I know Adepts is too large, and all right.
Oh, do you want me to take it off the YouTube or leave it up?
You can leave it on for about another 10 minutes or so, and then
All right.
we'll go to the Rumble, to the private Rumble, because I think JC's over there. Curtis, I saw you were here earlier, brother. Benjamin, you should have the Rumble link, man. I know you're on the Patreon, so come over to the Rumble, dude. When we cut the YouTube off. Yeah, for anyone watching on the Occult Rejects YouTube, I do a lot of stuff on the Patreon that is exclusive to Patreon. So it's you know,
Yeah, he does a lot on
you
people.
get your bang for your buck.
Well, definitely, yeah.
And you basically become my friend. I you know, everyone in my immediate area where I live, I'm a hermit,
priceless.
right?
That's
I'm a hermit. I just hang out with my wife and my kids in my house and my dog. So where do y'all remember where we were on this?
I'm not gonna front. I don't know where we were on this, not at all.
I want to say we were here because this is part 4, or this is part 3, but I think we did 2 parts on one episode. The spinal column. We talked about the spinal column, the infernal worlds, Occult embryology. Well,
Nice.
what's all that about? What's embryology? Also, guys, deep dive on augury coming soon. I see way too many hawks not to get a deeper meaning on what it means.
Did you
Shout
get
out
it?
Slick Dissident.
Slick Dissident. Hey, if anyone,
Shout him out.
well, Nick, you're friends with Slick, right?
Yeah.
We need to. I've never had him on a show. I'd like to get him on for an.
Yeah, I'll try to contact them. I think I have
Yeah,
his-
man, that'd be cool.
I asked him about augury like a year ago. I would be in his
Well,
chat. just
Subliminal.
mess-
I'll be sure to get you on when he comes on. I'll be like, hey, this is my co-host Subliminal.
I just
you're
watch.
a big
I'd
fan
be
of
too-
him. No.
I wouldn't know what to do.
You're
No,
coming
dude.
on. You're coming on.
Every time I watch a show, I get like mystical stuff happens. So I gotta chill out.
Oh shit. Well, that's a sign, dude.
It's
Hey.
very symbolic. It's very like you got to go looking for it, and that sends me on missions. And I got to be careful when I watch this show. I got to be ready
I've
for
seen
it.
him in my YouTube chat before on a couple of my bigger shows that I've done with some guests. So I'm like, hey man, what's up? Now I see Zach Hubbard in there sometimes. I'm like, hey Zach. It's cool.
dude.
You used to listen to these people, and now. Yeah. All right,
Occult embryology.
y'all want to? I mean, was it this or was it the Infernal Worlds?
I remember a little bit of Infernal Worlds because
We talked about
It
at
forced
the
the
base
imagery-
of the spine is located the throne of the Lord of Form, and we just talked about the Dweller, right? I mean, that's basically who the Lord of Form is. And there's a picture. I believe.
I remember reading
the
Furnace.
Tibetan images of the
Infernal
feet in the
Worlds.
fire. Is that what? That's what it makes me think about.
Pretty cool picture of the Dweller, guys. Let me see if I can find it on my Twitter. Actually, let me see if I can find it on there.
By studying crickets, grasshoppers, and similar small creatures clairvoyantly, it is possible to observe impulses from little globes hovering over their bodies, which result in a primitive motion and sense which they demonstrate. Yeah, I remember reading this.
Okay, so are we at the embryology, or did we start? Or okay,
I think we are at embryology.
here we go. Right here, I'm going to share this real fast. This is an excerpt from the Lost Keys of Freemasonry, and so I wanted to share this. The Guardian of the Threshold. You see, had the initiate there with the Ankh, and you see it's a serpentine entity, and you see the hieroglyphs on the walls. There's an Eye of Horus down there at the bottom. They're in the Great Pyramid. This is the initiation that the Christ went through, but I digress. The Guardian of the Threshold, illumined and sanctified for his labor by the realization of individual responsibility, the candidate goes forth to master his own lower nature, the beast that must ever stand between him and the altar of his God. The lessons of self-mastery were taught in all the mystery schools. I think this is something that could help people with their depression, their any kind of spiritual oppression that they might think they have. Understanding these esoteric concepts, I think, can open up a whole new, world and pathway to understanding this stuff and dealing with life, right? But they don't want that. They want us stuck in their own, go to therapy and fucking, this. It's all controlled and conducted by this one entity. But
if society has put you in a position where you have to go to their form of therapy to understand how you're really behaving, what are the odds that you
something's wrong there? Yeah, man. Yeah, there's that. It doesn't. That's not. It doesn't. It doesn't feel right. It does. There's, regardless of what they can sit there, but they sit there and tell you, no, you're fine, you're good, this is normal.
And that's after they tell you to self-incriminate, right?
Right. Yeah, man. It's because that's the consent.
Mhm.
You're giving
Initial
that
sin.
consent.
That's the sin
Yeah, man.
that
Yeah,
you take
that's,
in, and then you take away all the penances, the pill and the treatment and the You
Confession.
got to show up for a year. Yeah, a year of therapy. Exactly. No, he's
Yeah,
right.
man.
He's right.
Yeah,
That's what it
yeah.
is. They're confessing sins and they're writing them down. Except, I guess a priest gets to keep your confession.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know, what do
mind
they do?
rapist, Donna. Therapist. Wait, what was that
Technically, a priest is
mind
not
flayer?
allowed to.
from? Arrested Development? Was that from Arrested Development?
The rest of yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're pissed.
Yeah, anal rapist.
Analyst, therapist.
I need to pull up a clip.
Yeah, no, we do. I love that show, man. That show and like the first
Very
7
good.
seasons of Trailer Park Boys is great if you're ever in like a very shitty mood. I mean, they were playing that in Afghanistan. They were playing Trailer Park Boys so people wouldn't kill themselves. Like that's apparently that's what I heard back like, when the show was getting taken off air for all the cussing and dope smoking and stuff. It was like they were coming out like, this is curing people's depression. Y'all are fucking, but that's Canada for you, I guess. But I'm sure the guys, I don't want to believe it, but I'm sure they would go along with all the current, vaccines, or maybe not. Maybe that's why you haven't seen those guys since then. Maybe they decided like, yeah, no, we're not gonna.
Highly doubtful. I think what
I was gonna say because that Mike Smith guy is kind of I heard he's kind of
once they seem to shy away from one topic, you really can't trust them on any other topic. It's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Once they start shying away from things like speaking out against getting experimental medical thing jabbed in your arm, really, can you trust them about anything?
I mean, yeah, you have to ask that question though. You have to ask that question. So did we leave off here or did we cover this? We covered this.
I don't know. I was
I
here for
feel like we have. Do you want to just read it just to be sure?
Sure. Yeah, we have. I mean, we have time. We have almost an hour, I'd say. I know Sub may have to get out of here.
Like 15 minutes, 20
That's
minutes.
fine, man. Yeah, that's fine, dude. That's fine. So we can keep going for another, whenever whenever y'all have to leave, that's fine. I'm used to closing it out.
All right.
But if y'all want to, so yeah, you want to read this one? You want to go back over it?
Yeah, let's go over it.
Okay.
I'm seeing about auras, like red auras and stuff in the liver. Did you guys read about that already?
We just talked about the yellow aura. Headless was right before you came on. It was talking about how around the head and neck there is always like this yellow aura that is emanated. And I was talking about the halo and stuff. That's right when you came on, I think.
I missed all the good stuff.
No, don't say that. All right, who wants to start?
I'll take it.
Oh, you want me to drop
At the base of
Sorry,
Huh?
sorry to interrupt. You want me to drop this off my YouTube now?
No. You can keep it on here for a little bit. Then when Subliminal leaves, you can drop it off the YouTube.
Gotcha.
Sounds
Thank
good.
At the base of the spine is located the throne of the Lord of Form, commonly called Jehovah and Shiva. The linga is his symbol, and the linga is the phallus. He rides the great bull of earthiness. His daughter is death and destruction, yet he is not a thing of evil. He builds the bodies which give us the power to function in the lower worlds. He crystallizes them around the lines of force. Geometry is the skeleton, and all the bodies which he builds are geometric problems, geometric angles crystallized into rocks and stones. Gradually, the crystallization which brings bodies into the world causes them to become too dense and unyielding to respond to the subtle impressions from the spiritual consciousness. Slowly, they turn to stone, and death is the result of the same cause that brought the body into the world.
Mm.
The early races of the earth worshipped the procreative attributes of life. They felt that the highest expression of life was the power of giving still another life to the world. Therefore, the principle of life-giving was personified into a deity who gave life to all things, or rather, brought into manifestation the latent life, which cannot grow or unfold in the physical world without the vehicle of dense substance. To the occultist, birth is death and death is an awakening. The mystics of ancient days taught that to be born into the physical world was to enter a tomb. For no other plane of nature so unresponsive, so limited as the earth world. Time and distance were prison bars chaining the soul to narrow environments. Heat and cold tormented the soul, age deprived it of its faculties, and man's life was but a preparation for death. As life is lived under the shadow of death, they taught that it is a mockery, a hollow thing, gilded to the careless eye, but tarnished and worm-eaten upon close examination. The physical body became the sepulchre, the tired tomb, the place of burial in which spirit lay awaiting the day of liberation, when as a virgin spark it should arise again from the broken urn of clay. Therefore, in all the religions of the world, we have the lower world as a black pit into which Yama, the lord of the underworld, hurls the souls of the damned to suffer in a hell of their own creation. For it is true that each race makes from its own nature the demons which torment it. Here, Typhon, the Egyptian god of destruction, with the body of a hog and the head of a crocodile, awaits with yawning jaws to devour those who have failed to make proper use of life's opportunities. Among most peoples, the demon is symbolized as part animal, part human. He dwells in the animal nature of men and those who are controlled by their appetites. Their likes and dislikes, their hates and fears need no further damnation. They've built their own hell and are experiencing its torments.
I mean, dude, yeah, as the sun rises with the Christ and all, that is you rising up into your higher nature, right? And as it sets, the sun sets, it's you sinking into your lower nature, nighttime and the ignorance of the world, right? Before fire existed, all the ancient tribes, darkness was very scary, right? And so the sun, that's why, that led to the worship of the sun. When the sun came up, it was like, oh, God is here, right? He brings truth and goodness and light.
Okay, so
there's the linga. Okay,
there's a linga. Let me go with some imagery that goes with what we're reading here. The linga is right there. You're talking about the phallic shape and the origin of the universe, creation of the universe. This is also the shape of the Big Bang that they show.
Wow, it's like a
wow
on it. It's like a ribbed.
It looks like but this is the creation of the universe. This is origination, the source, right, of all creation. Blows up out. When you're talking about Typhon, right? It's this destruction creature, right? But it also looks like a black hole. The whirlwind or the matter being condensed into a black hole, which is the opposite point of a Big Bang. Everything gets crushed into a singularity.
That's an eye
of a black hole.
Look at that black hole, dude. That's an eye. That's a eye of Samael or something. I don't know.
A snake eating its own tail.
Who wrote this? Why do we trust them? Well, one reason the Saxon is occultists and people who wrote these kind of treaties. They took great pride in this work. So for it to be a deception, this stuff used to not be readily available to readers. This was only meant for the initiate. So, there's books that are, pushed to everybody, right? That we put out there and people take for truth. So why not consider this stuff?
Yeah, I would say
no,
we didn't know Manly P-hole. I would say don't trust them. I would say listen to the words of the book, read the book, analyze it, come to your own conclusions, research what you need to research, put together the symbols that he's put together. Figure out if you've come to a similar meaning, or if you don't, that's also part of the process. Like actually learn.
Don't take their word for it.
Okay. So your Manger. All right, dude.
The World Eater Snake. I think all this is mythology, science. It all goes together.
This is the snake of Midgard. So, dude, click on this third picture right here with the calf heads. Okay. So this is Thor.
Not the lion-headed snake.
Thor
no.
And Ymir or Mimir. No, it was Ymir. And Thor we're going fishing. I think he took him with him or captured him maybe. And Thor would put the head of a bull onto his hook and cast it into the water and hooked Jormungandr. Jormungandr. I have to. I'm still working on. Jormungandr. Yeah. I'm still working on how to pronounce some of these names.
German Gator.
We're gonna be reading the Eddas here soon. So
Well,
I
they
have
have
to work
something
on
like this in like the Egyptian myths too. I think. Was it
Yeah.
Osiris or something is traveling around the world and like fighting a snake that's like consuming the ages or time or something, and he has to bring no, Headless would know.
Yeah, that's Apep,
Yeah.
and I think that's Ra.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
think that's Ra that
Okay,
has
Ra,
to
yeah.
face Apep.
Every day, right? Has to keep
The
fighting the abyss.
primordial slug, right? Isn't that what it is? And you see that in that Gods of Egypt movie. You see, I think it's Jeffrey Rush plays Ra, and he's up in the heavens, and he like is up there protecting our realm from this giant cosmic like serpent monster. But so he basically hooks Jormungandr and the myth is that he brings him up and doesn't quite get him. He falls back into the water, but apparently Thor was able to smash him on his head or something, strike his skull. So it's a lot cooler when you read it in the Eddas, but we will get to that if y'all
but it
go
sounds
to
like
the Patreon.
It sounds like they're describing like celestial events, right? Like,
Well,
it's
right.
mythology,
Yeah,
but they're just describing something that happened.
The
in the
mythologies
stars.
are just beautiful ways, I think, beautiful interpretations of it. Very exciting and fantastical, and especially if you have Norwegian ancestor and Swedish ancestor, it means a little more than just some story that people put in a Marvel movie, right?
Yeah.
But I digress. Let's go back to the book. Great.
Well,
thank you,
for letting me
Sub.
derail
Thank
you.
you, Sub,
Yeah.
for that. No, dude, you are
That's awesome.
a treasure to have, dude. You always bring up some of this stuff that I would never have even thought to bring into the equation, man. So thank you. Guys, if y'all aren't subscribed to Subliminal Messenger, if you're on the Occult Reject, guys, y'all, we're going to start bringing him on some shows, him and Rat, hopefully soon. I got to keep bugging Nick about it, but all they have to do is consent. You accept the invitation, and then y'all are part of the cult.
You guys.
So, you got to wear the Phrygian cap and everything, Sub. I don't. I'm just kidding. That's just me. But no, y'all go over to the Subliminal Messenger show as well as Season of the Rat. They both get into a lot of these deep esoteric topics. And Sub streams at complete opposite times than I do. I stream on the weekends, mostly at night, or the morning. He streams in the middle of the day most of the time, sometimes late at night. But great show. And he's basically a co-host of Grey Pilled. So supporting him is like supporting Grey Pilled. So you can also go to his Patreon as well. And I haven't even had the ticker going all fucking show. I'm going to put Sub's shop down there. We got some Gods of the Morningwood stickers up on building7.printify.me as well. So
we're getting a better name. The patrons are buying a better name.
There we go.
I know you gotta get out of here in 5 minutes. So if do you want to read one last time? So
yeah, I'll do a little bit. Yeah, I'll do a little bit.
The generative system, I think that's where it was.
Okay, the generative system is gradually being absorbed into the brain, and the man of the next great world period will generate its progenies, or at least form vehicles for them through the larynx, which is the organ of the spoken word. We are told that a small etheric body, which will later be the organ of positive reproduction, is gradually being built near the larynx. Ultimately, human beings will become capable of raising the spiritual fire through the Sushama canal. This is the evolutionary process, however, covering a long period of time. The physical body is supposed to be under control of the moon, which rules the liquids of the earth. The moon was the last incarnation of the earth spirit, and the human race passed through its state of animal consciousness in the etheric body of the moon lord. The lunar spirits are called the ancestors. Yeah.
Sorry. I was going to say, I have a question if any of y'all can answer. Do y'all think this has anything to do with our souls passing into the moon, or the moon being a soul trap or something?
Oh,
It's
Have
one
y'all
of the
heard about that?
Yeah,
I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's one of the many
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
dots that are put together that people come up with the moon is a soul trap. But it's one of the big ones because they say that the moon is hollow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that most of the mass is on the backside of the moon, which means that if it's hollow and the mass is on the backside, it's reflecting something within, pointed towards the earth, because one side is always pointed towards the earth, and that's the hollow side. And on the back side of the moon, that's the really solid side. So you can kind of look at it as like a satellite dish, sort of pointed at the earth. So
Yeah.
what the hell's going on with that?
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was very interesting, especially with the water and, water being connected to the divine feminine and the moon cycles. My wife can, I'm sure,
There was
speak on that further, but,
There was a little bit on the previous paragraph about the larynx, about positive reproduction being like associated with the larynx and the organ of the spoken word, and this idea that that we are told that a small etheric body, which will later be the organ of positive reproduction, is gradually being built near the larynx. This makes me think of the divine logos, the divine logoi, the spoken word, the word which created all things that are, will be. This idea, this Platonic idea, and it's also biblical, or New Testament, right? But the New Testament was a syncretization of the Platonic idea and the Jewish idea of this divine logos, the word spoken that is creation. And so what this is pointing to is that if the organ of positive reproduction is gradually being built near the larynx, what that is spoken word is creation. I don't know. It's just what I put together here. It's made me think of that.
Well, if you want to go from the esoteric point of view, you have to think about scale. So the only way that we can scale our efforts is by explaining what we want to do to other people and have them join in with us, and then create that force multiplication of multiple people working on the same thing. The logos is the thing that gets everybody motivated to work in the universe, right? So it's pretty important.
Let's Bring It has a very interesting point right here. Indigenous mythology says the moon was there one day, and the day I guess he meant the day after, or the day before it. Okay, the day before it wasn't. So, shit. So I guess it just appeared, and yeah, I have heard that. I have heard that.
Where do I find that story?
That's the theory about the Anunnaki bringing, or the story. Well, that goes to the destruction of Tiamat, but also this race of beings bringing the moon with them, right? As this, like, beacon device or something, or a base,
or it is a soul prison, right? And it was placed there by whomever took over reigns of this plane, right? I mean, you can think of it in a much more.
Right.
Isn't it just one of the spheres on the way out? Like there's the planets. You have to go through all of them to escape the universe.
Wait,
that's
spheres.
And the moon is one of them. It's like part 2. And you're on your way out. You have to go to all the planets on the way out. Something like that.
That's the alchemical idea of the soul. But they also say that it's the condensate. So you're coming through all of those other planets into Earth, as well as going through them to get out. So there's the idea of the soul exit being the North and South Pole. And somehow,
the lyrics, guys. I'm gonna pull this picture up. You tell me what the lyrics looks like right here.
Like a vagine.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, let's
I look at all the larynxes.
Look at this, dude. I mean,
oh yeah,
dude. That's the portal. I feel like we're looking at.
Oh geez.
Yeah, man. Look at. I mean, dude. That's the portal. The portal's all life. So that
we got
something to do with. I mean, I don't know.
Now that's a deep throat.
So we got the linga and the larynx, right?
Yeah.
That's the physical and the spiritual creation. That's wild.
Right. I just thought that was very interesting. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We've add that to the occult anatomy. I got to save this picture now.
Neat.
Okay.
Of course you would.
Headless. I was thinking, I've had this thought. What you just said, I've had this thought. When the soul is coming through the Titan on the way down, do we pick up attributes the day we're born? The day we're born, do we pick up attributes on the way down, picking up soul qualities from each planet until you're born?
Bingo. It's happening simultaneously everywhere all at once because there really is no space. So our conception of time is really a conception of place. And so you get that with the idea of the birthdays is all of these stars and all of these planets are placed in the right thing that sort of flavors the rest of your life based upon when you come out into the world, because it's not just coming out of your mother, it's also being embraced by a whole different sort of matrix. Matrix means the womb, right? It's
La Madrid. Yeah.
Lucy, you're right. It is.
Thank you, man.
I have to blow my wolf. My
Yeah, the wolf moon tonight.
my wolf war horn. Have to go out there.
Oh, like a really big moon tonight?
My shirt off.
I'm not sure what the wolf moon is supposed to be or what it looks like or anything. So
put your crystals outside.
Whatever.
We're on a journey together. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, we are.
Crystal night. Put your stuff outside.
Yeah. Subliminal. You want to keep reading, or you got to get out of here? Or
yeah. Let me finish up the paragraph here on the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, 9. Okay. Yeah, the physical body is supposed to be under control of the moon, which rules the liquids of the earth. I think. Did I read this already?
No, we stopped halfway through. I cut you off.
Okay. Thank you, Rat. This does remind me of Gurdjieff. This is what Gurdjieff was talking about.
Yeah.
Controlling the waters.
I'm getting flavors of Gurdjieff all over here.
Oh yeah.
The physical body is supposed to be under control of the moon. Oh, was that?
Tastes like Gurdjieff.
Case of Gurdjieff?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be the episode later, I think. The physical body is supposed to be under control of the moon, which rules the liquids of the earth. The moon was the last incarnation of the earth spirit, and the human race passed through its state of animal consciousness in the etheric body of the moon lord. The lunar spirits are called the ancestors and are known to Christians as angels. These beings have control of the generative powers of the animal man. The life coming into incarnation often chooses its future vehicle many years before it appears in the world. It is said that the etheric germ is placed in the body of the parent as long as 20 years before the child comes into the world. This is the result of its search for an environment especially suited to its spiritual and material needs.
Well, on that note, if you think about it, you're born with all of the embryos that you're going to have. Like women are born with all of the eggs that they're going to have.
Eggs.
So they've got their own great grandchildren inside of their egg basket, if you think about it. So that's a lot of power. And people don't really even give it much credence. They just sort of pass it over. Yeah, I've got my own grandchildren inside of me, which is weird.
Nice to your grandchildren today. Damn it, Headless. I'm gonna go be nice to my future grandkids.
Yeah,
200 years from now.
Your great grandkids, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it would be great, but you have to think if you have the cells of those children inside of you as well, there's that genetic potential.
That's true.
Right. So there's a lot more.
I don't know. We're getting CRISPR together. It might not be all that anymore.
I don't want to live in CRISPR reality. Can you imagine how much they'd fuck everything up if they got CRISPR up and running for everything?
Oh god.
They're already having issues. It's causing cancers and stuff down the line of whoever got crisped first. They're having to re-crisp them.
Right, because they have absolutely no idea what they're doing.
They don't know.
Crisp.
I know that.
Warm them up again. I think China's dealing with it more. They're doing
out
it to the
Cody
soldiers.
From Oddfellows brand, dude. You can go back to episode 4 of Grey Pilled, or 5. Episode 4. Me and Oddfellows talk about the processed church and CRISPR, and then episode 5 is Yahweh a dragon episode. So y'all can see how long we've been questioning things here on this show. But anyway, I was going to say, I know we kept the
Yeah,
YouTube
I'm
on.
gonna.
For a
I gotta
while
head out,
today.
buddy.
That's fine. I always say, well, we're going to go straight to Patreon, but I guess I want more and more people to see the show, and I know that the Occult Rejects, that audience is they like, they usually enjoy whenever we stream it to that channel. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you want to support the show, you can come over to the Patreon. Patreon.com/GrayPillPodcast. Until next time, I think I think Nick, you have a show later today, or
Yeah, 3:30. I got Ike Baker and Jamie Paul Lamb coming on to talk about astrology. Definitely check it out.
all right, YouTube. Well, and I do not know what happened with my channel. I'm
Yeah, that's wild, dude. You gotta look at
that's weird. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll figure that out. But until next time, guys, y'all stay gray pilled. We're gonna
Thank